shoulder.
No, I won't. It won't bite.
Okay. My name is Jesse Maddox. I'm the special agent in charge of the GBI Athens office, spelling it as JESSEMADDOX. Along with me is Mark Lavender. He is the assistant special agent in charge of the GBI Athens office. I'm going to read to you the press release that we had released approximately 1 hour ago. I'll read it verbatim, and I'll answer what questions I can based on the integrity of our investigation immediately following the press release reading. Is everybody ready? Okay. All right. On Thursday, June 24th, 2021, at approximately 6:10 a.m., the Georgia Bureau of Investigation was requested by the Barrow County Sheriff's Office to investigate an officer-involved shooting. Preliminary information indicates that around 5:30 a.m., a Barrow County Sheriff's deputy attempted to stop a Ford Fusion in Auburn, Georgia. The male driver did not stop, and a vehicle chase began. At the intersection near Browns Bridge Road and Bradford Park Lane, the driver of the Ford Fusion left the roadway and crashed into a power pole. The man did not get out of the vehicle, but he looked out of the wrecked vehicle with a handgun. As other responding officers arrived, he threatened to shoot himself if officers approached him. Officers gave several commands for him to put the weapon down so they could assist him. At one point, he started firing at the officers. Barrow County Sheriff's Office deputies and Auburn Police Department officers returned fire, striking him. The male driver was taken to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. There was a female passenger in the car during the chase and when the wreck occurred. When she crawled out of the car, she immediately surrendered and was taken into custody. She was taken to a local hospital with minor injuries from the wreck. An autopsy will be conducted at the GBI Crime Lab in Decatur at a later date. No deputies or officers were injured in this incident. The GBI will continue its independent investigation. Once completed, it will be provided to the Piedmont Judicial Circuit District Attorney for review. That is our press release. Is there any specific questions I can try to answer at this time?
Can you give us any names of the young lady that called out or the suspect who's deceased?
Not yet at this time. We're trying to make sure that we have the proper notification to the next of kin, and once that is done, we will be releasing that at a later time.
What about an age?
The age is, he's approximately 29, I believe.
Her?
I do not know her age.
20s, 30s?
I don't know. Sorry.
Do you know what? She's facing any charges, if so what?
I do not know.
It says she was taken into custody.
She was placed in handcuffs, yes. I do not know what charges will be stemming from that, but the GBI at this time, we do not have any charges on her. But we'll see as the investigation progresses.
So has she been released or you still have her?
She's still at the hospital. Running a stop sign, a traffic violation.
What escalated from an attempted traffic stop into the chase?
As soon as the traffic stop, what they'll often do when a vehicle does something, they will run a tag. The tag immediately came back to the registered owner had a warrant out for them, so they activated the blue lights, and when they did, the vehicle took off.
The registered owner, was that the driver, the person who's now deceased?
As far as I know, but I'm not certain of that at this time.
So he may have been running because he had an active warrant out for his arrest?
It could have been. I don't know.
And what kind of warrant was that?
It was. I'm not familiar with what the warrant is at this time. I just know it was a warrant out of another county.
I know the press doesn't go into the details, but from what I've heard is from the neighbors of it, there was a long period in between the crash and the actual gunfire. Like, talk about the negotiation and kind of like why it took 20, 30 minutes or so in between there to happen.
The entire time, after doing several interviews with the neighborhood canvas, basically talking to neighbors, people that live around in here, I think a lot of you have been down to the other side of the scene. There are a lot of houses right there. Many of those folks have said that the officer spoke for several minutes trying to get him to surrender his weapon so that they could assist him after that traffic accident. So that just took some time. That entire time was them trying to de-escalate the situation.
Just that negotiation was just kept going, was just ongoing that whole time?
Yes, yes, sir. It was a constant try to communicate with him at that time.
He just wouldn't cooperate.
I don't know. I don't know what reasoning was behind all that. That's what we're here to investigate.
Talked with some neighbors. They said this is a known dangerous road. There's some sharp turns on it. Do you think high speed is what caused the crash itself?
I don't know. The Georgia State Patrol has come out to the scene to take a look at the where the vehicle actually left the roadway and the aftermath of it to try to determine what could have caused that.
So you all are looking into the shooting incident. They're looking into the, I guess, traffic.
But
The crash.
they are. It'll just be a just what they can determine from it. It'll be part of our investigation. So, what other questions?
That's it.
That female, did she, I guess you're taking into custody, did she resist in any way? Did she say anything?
No. Again, some of that's part of the investigation, but as far as I know, she was cooperative. She surrendered immediately when she got out of the vehicle.
And officers and deputies involved, is there video evidence, both, I guess, dash camera of the chase, and is there any body camera? Do we know what the department's wearing?
The Barrow County Sheriff's Office, they have a in-car camera, but I believe they have body camera too.
That's what I'm saying.
That system, however, though, is a remote system. The vehicles have to be taken back to the department where they're downloaded, which we will monitor and we will be part of. It's just, as you saw, a lot of the vehicles are still there.
So in theory, there should be dash and body camera video, but
There-
you haven't been able to obtain it yet, so they have to go back.
Right. And during that process, when we are able to get that camera footage, it will be provided to the DA first before we make any decision as to whether or not it'll be released.
And then
How
the video
far
from
was-
Auburn police.
That I don't know. I don't know what type of system that they have.
How far was the chase, and at what was some of the estimates of top speeds that it got?
I'm not familiar with the top speeds at all, but I do know that the chase, the attempt to stop the vehicle began. I do not know if he came on this way, but it was at Carl Bethlehem.
Probably created a minute to 2 seconds long.
Yeah, it did not last very long at all.
Just the Highway 29 up here?
Yes, the Carl BP. Yeah.
Because these are some big curves around here, so
Yes, they are.
is this like a common area where there's going to be, like, if you speed on it, then there's a lot of accidents?
GBI does not usually get involved in traffic issues, so I would be answering completely with no knowledge if I answered that question. I don't know.
So don't know 50, 60, 70.
I have no idea. I
Miles
think
per
the
hour.
speed limit on this road, if it's not posted, it should be 45 or 35, but I believe it's 45. But I don't know the circumstances of why he left the roadway.
So
Okay.
this 29-year-old driver, can you give us the county he's from?
Barrow County.
And the gal, is she from, she local as well?
I do not know.
My last question, the outstanding warrant, was that a local warrant then, or do you know where it was from?
From another county.
Do you know what county?
I believe it's Hall County.